Everything is normal. Nothing strange happening here. Bro, guess what? Chicken butt? Got him. Tony Leva is the love of my life. I'll be careful. Let me ask you something else though. Play Tragic? Hey, dumb. Tragic the Gathering. Tragic the Garnering is the most habit-forming thing since Jet. God damn it, this is a stupid joke. How dare they do this to me? Tell me more about this Tragic the Garnering. Whoa! That's a bear! Get out of here, bear! What? I don't think I've seen you be sad during a game yet, but...
Well, he didn't watch me play inside.
It's true. I would love to watch you play inside.
And also, if you watch me play...
nuts.
I think that's an important one. I can't tell.
No, but it might be another treasure chart. But we can cheat! I love cheating.
Can someone please clip that? Please?
Oh no.
Okay. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa to the honeys getting money, playing fellas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a gun up in your waist. Please, don't shoot up the place. Why? Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my oh my god. Baby. Hard. No! This is what damn it! It's so Stray was a lot of fun. Did you spawn a liquor? I did, Tom, and I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not happy. I do love murder, though. It's hard to deny. Okay. All right. Tony.
I don't know if let me do it from here.
Tony. I love you, man. I really mean it. I do love you.
I do love you too, man.
Oh, a little bit higher. And good riddance.
Oh, sweet. Don't poke her eye out, man. What a funny.
Blueberry pie, yeah, baby. Okay, I don't think I got good guy points for that. I got an apple pie. Clever, I didn't realize that. Whoa, what is happening? Are you like just freaking out right now? I gotta soothe you? Did you see that? She was like running diagonally. Are you catty? Bow! Her head's roll. Oh, I killed the. Oh, I just orphaned this poor child. I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to kill the guy too. He just kind of got hit by the bullet. Anyway, I'll see you later, everyone. I'm gonna fast travel out of this situation. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Oh no, did I need to go up there? Oh, did I mess up? Oh shit! Well, this is awkward. Did I save?
You will receive our most sacred body. Begins now. When day breaks, you two will join our covenant to share in my holy blessing forever.
I've seen this hentai. Awesome. Is he getting bigger? There we go. Now you can hear me. Good old Windows 11 already treating me right. Screwing up all my default settings. But hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. We're back. And hopefully this time we'll have enough time to wrap up all the Omega stuff. What's up, Ed? Hope you're doing well. I feel like my mic is forever slowly falling away from my face, but I think we're okay. I think I'm loud enough to blow out your ears. Cool. Last we left off. Where do I go? Last we left off, I don't think we flew too terribly far away. I definitely did not start the next quest though in the line. So today's stream is going to be a little bit of a shorty, actually. We got to wrap around 1 o'clock. That's right. That's where they are. They're just by the maw. Ooh, you were playing some Marvel Rivals. How is Marvel Rivals holding up these days, Ed? Is it still good? Do people still like it? Hey, what's up, Caledon? No, I was in the middle of this. How dare you? Still enjoyed it? Nice. I have yet to actually play it, but you know, people have been saying or said positive things, and then, you know, then everyone became obsessed with Squirrel Girl and that other booty character, like with the big butt. And that's kind of all I've heard about Marvel Rivals since then. Not much. Got some stuff coming in the mail. Gonna be brewing today. Woo! Caledon, I feel like you always have something fun going on over there. You keep yourself busy. I appreciate it. I don't know how you don't burn yourself out though. Like being able to play as a healer. Oh, fair. Hey, what's up, Kay? Hope you're doing well. All right, Sid. Mr. Invisible Sid. Ah, and Pyro. How you doing, Pyro? Squirrel Girl is too OP as a character. I truly don't know how any of these characters play. I think the only character I think I've memorized, or not memorized, but got in my brain was like some of the original characters, like Hulk. To keep myself busy. Alternative is going mad. I mean, that's fair. It's not a criticism at all. I'm impressed is really what that is. If a game allows one to be a healer, that's me in the corner being a goblin about it. I mean, that's fair. My apologies. It was not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. I noticed the kettle was boiled and thought some tea would soothe my nerves. Poured myself a cup and was halfway through drinking it before I realized my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you I can still work unimpeded. Now we had best discuss how to approach. Cool, so we could just be invisible. Maybe I should drink that tea because then I could just kick anyone's ass inside that dome. Oh, it seems to have worn off. Quick. Now, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. And I'd forgotten what Nero said about your card producing water with unexpected properties. Although it seems the effects were rather different this time. In any case, 'twas pleasant to have a distraction from greater woes, however brief. We set the rest of the water aside for now and decide what, or we'll set the rest of the water aside for now and decide what to do with it later. Right, Hans. We need to talk about your forthcoming contest with Midgardsormr. Right. I finally get to kick his ass. Watching through the monitor, I could see this worm appeared different than the one we know. From everything we've heard thus far, it seems Omega had Midgardsormr both hail from different, Omega and Midgardsormr both hail from different stars, two different worlds at war with one another. As a result of that conflict, the worm was forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind. And after evading Omega's pursuit over the course of an unimaginable journey, the Father of Dragons arrived here in our world. I'm assuming the entity you're to face is a younger, more vital Midgardsormr, just as he was when Omega first encountered him thousands of years in the past. A formidable foe indeed. Even so, I must find a way to defeat him. Aye, hopefully Omega's imperfect data will contain a few flaw we can exploit. Certainly doesn't help matters that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject, yet even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Hans, I have a proposal. Wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Rather than twiddle my thumbs whilst you prepare to contend with the dragon, I mean instead to work on a strategy for our inevitable confrontation with Omega. And then, my friend, we'll put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. Hell yeah. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'm ready. I'll ready my tools and you ready yours. You have a worm to slay. Alright, but if I die, it's your fault because you didn't help me at all. AlphaScape V2.0 now accessible. Hope everyone's doing well today, though. Yeah, they won't let me play with NPCs. I didn't think they would, but like, a boy can dream. Well, we're gonna be stuck waiting for 15 minutes. So is Hans's canon that he's the important protagonist of legend, but also semi-unstable adventurer who seeks out violence? It's kind of what I've gathered based on these streams. More or less, he is the warrior of light, but Hans craves violence. Fortunately, in this world, violence solves all problems. These fights are too complicated for NPCs. That's fair. That's totally fair. It's mostly just trying to find a way to not have to wait 15 minutes to enter this fight, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it really do be like that. Still working on my first cup of coffee. Try to get my butt up as early as I could today because today's going to be a bit of a shorty. We're only going to be able to stream until about 1 o'clock. Which, you know, it's still like a 3.5 hour stream. That could be a lot worse. But I really desperately would love to wrap up Omega. I think that's my priority. I don't want... Well, did we... I can't remember if this is the third stream in a row of Omega, or if this is the second. I think we started it last week, so that's only really 2 streams. And we'll ask the questions here. Just looking sharp for his interview. I thank you. I thank you. Got my... This is... Oop, got a button undone. Ooh, embarrassing. This is my... Here, let's see. Will the Zoom cam pick it up? This is my Space Invaders shirt. Oh, Space Invaders, guys. Jen got me this shirt. I'm like, don't show them your tummy. I don't know. What if they like it, though? Yeah, today's the big interview. It'll be 2 45-minute panels of producers asking me questions, which I'm actually not that worried. I feel like anytime that I have like a 30-minute interview, I'm just like, that's it? Like, we barely even had time to talk. And so I'm looking forward to it. The only bad thing, and this has been, we'll see if this happens with this interview, but this has happened in so many of my other interviews where there's like, you know, multiple rounds with different people, is they inevitably ask me the same questions, which makes it easier, but makes me feel like, do I need to come up with a different answer so I don't like copy my own homework? You know, there's always this like hesitation whenever I hear the same question again. I'm like, all right. But, you know, they're not like talking to each other. I mean, maybe they talk to each other a little bit beforehand, but I don't know. I've never been part of an interview process on the receiving or the giving side that has been so well orchestrated that they didn't, that they avoided doubling up. No, nobody puts in, well, not nobody. Rarely in game dev does anyone put that much effort into hiring processes. They'll be like, if we interview them 5 times, that'll surely vet them. The joke being that all 5 of those ended up asking half of the same questions. Insta-hire. Thank you, thank you. It's planning on brewing a 5-gallon batch of Hefeweizen. Don't have the equipment to store and chill 5 gallons of beer, so I'm sticking with the 1-gallon batches. I think that's a very smart choice. 5 gallons, whoo! Hefeweizen can be pretty tasty. I hope it turns out well. So if they aren't invader apologists, though. Yeah. Well, you know, we'll find out the hard way. Well, you know, if they are invader apologists, then maybe I don't want to work for them anyway. That's the beauty of interviews, is that I'm interviewing them as much as they're interviewing me. It's an important thing to remember when you're in the job hunt. Of course, the fallacy of that thinking is that most of the time, if you don't have a job and you are trying to get a job, that's a luxury. That mentality of like, I'm interviewing them as well. It's not untrue. Like, you know, I'm surviving on my state-sponsored unemployment checks, and I have enough money saved up that I can coast for a few months. So I can be a little bit picky, but goddamn, so many game studios take like 2 months to like get the ball rolling on interviews. It's crazy. Write a recursive function to print hello world incrementally with 1 character on one line, 2 characters in the next, and so on. Yeah, no, it's definitely not a programming interview. It'll be, the questions that I'll get will be like, give an example of when you had to, you know, resolve a conflict between 2 team members that couldn't agree on something. Or it'll be like, describe a time where you had to make adjustments to scope on a project and how did you approach it? Or, you know, things like that. Like, the funny thing to me about game production is that it's like 90% soft skills. So I actually think it's a really hard role to interview and to interview for, because like half of my answers are going to be like, I don't know, I kind of just felt it out. I mean, obviously it's more nuanced than that, but like I gave some answers. I think, I mean, I can't remember which company it was. It doesn't really matter. But in my resume, I talk about how I'm really good at kind of building camaraderie within my team, and I think that's true for the most part. I think that's a thing that I've learned over time. So like if you go back to Phosphor days, like maybe not as much. For Iron Galaxy, I put a lot of work into it and had reasonable success. But like, it's all little things, right? Like making sure that the team chat is accessible and that they can kind of chit chat. To try to like spur conversation by like saying good morning every morning and stuff like that, right? It's all like little things that sound silly in isolation, but it's like you do all these tiny little things to try to like get people to act like a team together. But it's, you know, in the moment of an interview, it's kind of hard to like conjure all those little things. Love Hefeweizen. Main type of yeast is only available in liquid form, which means it can only be shipped chilled or during winter. It's summer. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that it could only be in liquid form. Fascinating. But a dry version after 30 minutes of Googling. Well, hey, that's good too. Oh, the main type. But there's a dry version. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. So do the tools you use to develop games use C++, C#, or is it special scripting language you had to learn? Usually it's C++. Most of the time I end up working in Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine uses C++. You can use some scripting languages as like integrations into those systems. I personally don't know C++. As a producer, I don't usually do anything on the engineering side. I just work with the people who know code. But I do know a little bit of Lua. I know some JavaScript. I know I'm learning Godot script. So I know like little teeny languages. I just don't know the big beefy behemoths. I once upon a time knew C# pretty well. I just stopped using Unity, so I stopped needing to use C#. I know I could use C# in Godot, but it just kind of makes sense to use Godot script. It feels like I'm fighting an uphill battle if I go back to C# for that one. Sound like a delight to be an underling for? I hope so. I mean, here's the thing. And I'll always hold that this is true, is that I've technically never been anyone's boss. I just manage the teams, but their bosses are always like the art lead, the design lead, the engineering lead. I'm just there as a facilitator, and I try to help them get their shit done, and I yell at them when they're bad at communicating. That's it. I yell at people plenty, but at the end of the day, I'm actually not their boss. I'm just there to try to, like, help them. There's the term for a lot of producers, like good producers, quote unquote, is a servant leader, which that's a management style, right? And I genuinely think that that's like a better way of doing it, because if I'm assisting them and helping them just like stay organized and get their stuff done, then they should feel like they have more agency, which I think is so fucking important. But a lot of people think that, some companies really think that their people need to be micromanaged, and I'm like, bruh, you're never gonna get anything quality if you're micromanaging your people. Meandered through C++ a little bit, but my primary forte is Python. I've never tried Python, but I've seen people do some pretty cool stuff with Python. I really should try it one of these days, but I need to like I think I need to get proficient at one of them first. I'm not proficient in any of them. I just tinker with all of them. Ooh, C#. I liked C#. That's actually what I learned how to do development on. Because I learned how to make games with Unity, and that was like kind of the main language that you would use with Unity. You could use JavaScript, but like, don't use JavaScript with game dev. I don't know. That seems like a crazy choice at this point in time. Manager's job is managing people. You are good at managing people. Thank you. I do my best. I really do. Ah, yes. All of the responsibility and none of the power sounds like production of it. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know what? That is kind of how it feels. 100%. But welcome on in, Gray. Hope you're doing well. Hey, what's up, Ribs? Thank you for the contribution. Python's great for machine learning applications. It's very forgiving in terms of code structure and importing other libraries. Ah. Person a button up. I have a job interview today. Thank you for the contribution, Kay. Downside is that a bit too loosey-goosey is how easy it is. Oh, sure. That makes sense. Is it a secret nerdy button up? I'll show you. It absolutely is. It's my Space Invader shirt. Little alien boys. Pew, pew, pew. Jen got this for me. I think it was an anniversary gift on like our 4-year anniversary? Dating anniversary, not our marriage anniversary. Because I've had this shirt for a little bit. Super classy. Thank you. I have to like, I don't have like a ton of nice clothes, but I have to like plan out like, okay, what's my good like first interview shirt? What's my good like second or third interview shirt? And I was like, don't wear all black, Chris. I know you want to, but we have to look nice. We have to look friendly. Because we are friendly, but black clothes put people off. At least when it's too much. Even my neighbor has called out anytime I don't wear black clothes. He'll be like, I've never seen you in not black pants. Interesting. He was nicer about it, but... what all did I miss? Job interview, good luck. Thank you. Unity listened to you on the JavaScript thing. They don't support it anymore as far as I know. I'm not terribly surprised. I haven't used Unity in quite some time, so I don't know quite how much of that landscape has changed. After all that hubbub with Unity 3-4 years ago? Was it that long ago at this point? It was, I don't remember. Maybe it was about 3 years ago, maybe 2. We were just about to get back into using a tool set like that. And then we were like, maybe let's use Godot instead. Super classy. Thank you, Ribs. I appreciate you. Package dependencies are absolute madness to fix if your library hasn't been updated or if it's been partially updated or abandoned outright. Oh, sure. That makes sense. Can't show your goth non-colors out the gate. Exactly. Gotta ease them into it. If you accessorize black, well, it can be a great look. Oh, I agree. But as someone who wears 99% of the time only black clothes, I can tell you from experience, people think I'm less friendly because of it. Yeah. Well, actually, they're calling out the button up more than anything. Which, you know, I agree is the more obvious difference from my typical attire on stream.
Oh, here comes Doggy.
Oh my goodness. You accessorize black. Well, oh, sorry, I'm rereading stuff. Package installer pip is a giant repository comprised of everything from corporate managed libraries to independently maintained pet projects. This can lead to problems. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Doggy Man.
Yeah, go up on your chair.
I don't know if I want to go in here. It's really toasty in here. Why is it so hot out? Let's put AC in. It's just C# now. Okay, cool. I mean, that makes sense. C# was kind of the dominant language for something like Unity anyway. So I feel like, yeah, just... I'll be honest, I don't really know what you would use JavaScript for in Unity. It seemed like a suboptimal choice. Maybe if you're doing like real basic scripting and using a lot of the pre-made stuff, but I don't know. I know a little bit of JavaScript because I built my website, which don't look at it. It needs to be updated. It's so ugly and out of date. It was cool for like a month, and then I was like, ah, this is not great. My entire wardrobe is mostly black and dark blue. I can't do dark blue. I mean, I'm doing it right now, but I hate dark blue. Which looks great. Good choice, Jen. I'll have to relay that. Spent about 2 weeks trying to get a book scraper script to work with Project Gutenberg mirror site. Finally contacted the creator of the script, and we worked out a solution on GitHub. Nice. I need to learn GitHub. The one time I tried using it, it made me want to tear out my hair because I'm a Subversion person. I know a lot about SVN, and GitHub did not work the way that I expected it to. Unity JavaScript predates my time with the engine, but it also wasn't it also some weird engine-specific version of JavaScript, just making it super unholy? I bet you are right. I would not at all be surprised if that's exactly what it was. I never tried using it myself, so I think the only time maybe I dabbled in JavaScript in Unity was when I was in school and I got fed up with the engineers on the project, because I went to school for game design specifically. But, you know, like I ended up being pseudo producer even back then, and I was lead designer a lot of the time. And I would get fussy about the engineers being, this was the first project. After this, the engineers got a lot more, they got better at it because, you know, they had a whole extra year under their belt. But in the first year, I remember hopping in and coding some stuff myself because I was like, I don't even know JavaScript, but I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to fix this shit that you keep complaining that you can't do. And I did. And I was like, ha! It's doable. Quit complaining. I did this with other stuff too, though. When we had a 3D artist that was like, I don't know how to do UV mapping, so I figured it out. And I did the UV mapping on our main character. And then I was like, I did your job for you. I was a little bit of an asshole in school. I didn't come back to them, though, and say it like that. I was just like, okay, I guess I'll do it. Next attempt was simply asking ChatGPT to make a script so I could point it at a URL and download all English fiction books. Got lazy and didn't want to spend 8+ hours on a dang script that wasn't in any product I was responsible for. Yeah, that makes sense. Project Gutenberg IRL. Oh boy, here we go. Did working with ChatGPT though get you what you were looking for? Did it actually end up helping? I've seen people succeed pretty well using ChatGPT with coding support. Okay, damn, I did not expect that. Oh. But I've heard some mixed results for other things too, so hard to say. Oh wait, don't be in there. Oh, okay. I thought he was attacking. I mean, I guess maybe I just get hurt. I don't know if there's really any avoiding it. Oh. did this already. Oh, of course, it's on the other side. This is definitely not the song I was expecting, but I do kind of like it. I mean, this is like a recurring theme. Is Bonnie? Someone tried to pull you out, I think. Oh, did they? Whoops. I didn't notice if they did. Woo! Shit. It was the overlap that got me. Damn. Spins in a circle, you get out. It's his body movement, I think. If he spins forward, you get in. Jeez. Okay. Whoop, no, if he spins like that, ooh, baby. That's the crosshatch. It's a cross. Oh, I gotta hit these boyos. Nice, nice. What's happening? Sorry, I'll catch up on chat in a second here. Don't know why I have that map up still. Okay. Oh, I guess I could have been using meditate, but my stuff was already almost full anyway. Guess I don't have to be that close. I don't know what those arrows mean. It's a direction, but... Ah! Hmm. Well, we're almost there. Oh. Ah! No, turn around, you stinky dummy. That's the cross, right? Oh, it's not! I don't think the body movement changes that much. Because now the forward spin has been both the cross and that outer circle. Ah, jeez. Shit. Woohoo! Well, at least I didn't get the double. Okay, we've got circles with arrows. So, okay, it's just gonna keep going down that track is what that is. And I just got confused because there were so many layers of it that I was like, it feels random. Oh! Second wind really doesn't do much at this point, does it? Somebody's using the, Oh, guess I really didn't have to be that close. Ow. Big whammy. Hiya! Hey, we did it though. All right, let's see here. We'll use some Visual Studio Code apps with AI code editing features to good effect. Downside is that running models locally is a bit slow. Oh, sure, that makes sense. Barely paying attention. What is this fight? It's it's an Omega recreation of Midgardsormr. Used ChatGPT to make a Chrome extension. It was okay for the base concept because I'm not well versed in JavaScript, but it's still very much required work on my end to get it, put it together and functional. Since expanded on it, I've since expanded on it, but it was a reasonable tool. Nice. Well, that's great to hear. Oh wait, I guess I should get the treasure. The treasure. Alpha Escape Bolt. Filling up my inventory quickly though. The overall effectiveness of Visual Studio Code AI add-ons is largely determined by your AI backend. If you're using a model that's been proven to make good code, you're well on your way. Yeah, that makes sense. Spin, spinning, spin out, flip, spin. Oh, spin, spin out, flip, spin in, flip, flip, cross. I see. Yeah, there's no way I was gonna get that on my first time. Got this again the other night. Oh, nice. Found the LLMs to be good for things like MS entity framework apps where there's miles of docs, clear structure, and people have been doing it for ages. Found them atrocious for game dev for anything more complex than basic functions. That makes sense. The only thing I've seen AI help in game dev was building tools. Like minor tools that helped basically automate repetitive tasks. And even then, I think he still had to kind of fuss with it quite a bit to make it to work. But I've seen like designers use it to make some pretty freaking good time-saving tools. It's just once forward, the inner circle save. Can't remember. Yeah, I think Drake had it. But yeah, that makes sense. It's like you have supportive party helping you stay alive. Oh yeah, they were doing their jobs for sure. I think you're remembering the Savage. Oh, the normal's a lot more simple and only has 3 combinations. I see. Another stunning victory, Hans. I felt the breath catch in my throat on more than one occasion. Yet, even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by an idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgardsormr and Shinryu? Unlike most primals, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I've heard the theory that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and power of the elder primal Bahamut. But now I'm beginning to think that there might be another explanation, that the primal took its shape from the ancestor of all dragons, Anhedalin. The widely held concept of how a dragon appears has for centuries upon centuries been rooted in depictions of Midgardsormr. The summoner may not have even thought to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. Not that I have any way of confirming this theory, of course. Nevertheless, it's interesting that Shinryu summoning would lead us to awakening Omega. Strange twist of fate when you consider the machine's connection to Midgardsormr. Well, whatever else destiny has in store, you've already bested the opponent that Omega itself failed to overcome. A feat worthy of celebration, I'd say. They keep saying that, but technically, Omega did beat Midgardsormr. He just had to flee. He just wasn't killed, but he was still defeated. In the end, there is Omega. Is this finally the Omega fight? Ooh, baby. Come on, big boy. Your move, Omega. And you, Alpha. Time to throw you into the fight. To Omega, it's not good enough. Defeated only if dead. You know, that's fair, actually. Blip. Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. Discarding test worlds. System resources. Routing to primary operations. Initiate protocol. Kill. How come we haven't tried to stab his eye? It's just right there. Ah, he's eating his egg. Delicious. Finally, some good food. Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I, too, am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observed between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgard Sommer necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Fight me. Do it. You won't. Flip. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities. Then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it, then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but I trust in old Sid. I have a fair idea of where its weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability, and just need a little bit more time to prepare. Do I get to drink the invisibility tea? Invisibility? Eh? Come on. That was good, Drake. First things first, we make a few adjustments here, like so. Ah, Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible, so let's lay our cards out on the table, as it were. Quah. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. No, 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 you can touch those. I'm good, thanks, Sid. What do we have here? Some sort of gem? A couple of stones? Why are you keeping stones up there, Alpha? What's going on? Oh, of course. And one single card, that makes things bigger, does it? Or is that smaller? Yeah, make me smaller! I'll just fight Omega from the inside. I'll crawl in a little crevice and just, yeah! Right, 'twas foolish for me to even ask. We'd best leave you in charge of it, of when to use your special tools. Except for those rocks. I'm not letting you have those back. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Don't worry, we'll win this, I promise. You got me on here. That means I'll kick ass. You can just stand there and do random things like make me large. I'd put rocks in your ass. Here, you should be able to carry this as well. I filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful for the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next. And honestly, we have no idea what might happen in there. But between us, I believe that we have the knowledge and the skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Thank you for the clip ribs. Right, Jesse should have the device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? Please tell me it's a rocket launcher. Heat-seeking missiles. A multi-missile launcher. Come on, give me anything cool. No, Hans, it's a it's a new pair of shoes. Just thought you wanted to rock some cool duds before you die. Cool, cool, cool. I'll head straight back to Rowler's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. Quick. Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm not that worried. Rowler's Reach is... right here? We'll just teleport. It's fine. It's not that expensive. The hands-on device. Hey! Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Good talk, buddy. Good talk. Such a precious quest. Ooh. It's a lantern. Oh, yeah, we know what this is. The thing that he never wanted to make. You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. I thought it'd be him. Nero, they let you out of bed, did they? I came for a good night kiss. After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one has led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electricity energy. Aye, all the available evidence supports such a theory. It is likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet, be that as it may, I can imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We'll need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Maida's design, did you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast as it turned out. But the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I failed to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I'm scared I've made Hans too powerful. What if he goes maverick and goes on a killing spree after this? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. 'Tis just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember the bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. Remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers, but inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea, swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. But not is ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Too late, Hans is already a killer. It's true. Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. You can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others. But 'tis in confronting these wounds that we learn the better path, how to grasp those moments of true contentment. What drivel! You never used to bother with all this tedious introspection. Feeling our mortality, are we? Mayhap I am. I had no hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now, though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. This reflection, I think, of just how much there is in the world I care about now aside from myself. Damn, shots fired. I don't understand you at all. But I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist that your present self is the better one, then you best prove it with that device of yours. I suppose I must. Camera turns and Hans is already like, give me the tool. Although 'tis hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class pushing me to excel. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed too long. I had better go lie down before I fall over or vomit. The boys are flirting. Oh, absolutely they are. Come here. First Alpha, now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? Well, I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with restocking and repairing, or whatever it is you adventurers do, then we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. Let's go back. But most importantly, eat egg. Alright, Sid. Time to test your metal. Do I get an amazing particle beam cannon? Giant electric laser? Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree that the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. And this is the control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning at any point of your choosing. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. Hell yeah. FFXIV V3, baby. You can use the jammer's lightning bursts to incapacitate Omega's weaponry. Veteran like you should have no trouble turning that advantage into a victory. I don't even need it. No, I do. I really do, though. All right. Back to the old 10-minute wait. What to do in the meantime? Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll look at the list that Chad sent me and figure out what we're gonna do next. Because I assume that this will be the last of this set. It's Larboard time. Oh boy. I don't know what that means, but I believe you. Let's see, where is it? Content creators. There you are. Okay, so we'll probably save that 24. Oh no, Chad said the 24-person raid series was probably fine to do without him. I could at least get that started. Kugane is where it is. Okay. PTSD intensifies. Uh-oh. Yeah, is this fight horrible? I mean, I could see this being a tough one. It is the fight with Omega, after all. But we're not doing the Savage, so it might not be as bad, right? 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 Okay, so we want to go Kugane. Well, should I wait? Go that far? 'Cause I'm gonna have to. They're gonna bring me back here, which is the problem. Back in the day, it was. I see. I get the better version. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'll wait. This way I don't have to, like, spend multiple thousands of gil just to, like, start the thread and then get distracted. I guess this way, too, we're not, like, muddling all of the stuff. I guess I could just work on this random blue quest. Ah, Hans, might I trouble you in a moment of your time? Oh, it's an old man. In recent days, a young seeker of the sun has seen fit to issue me several challenges to combat. I can only assume he means to assume the role of Nun and leader of our people. Tradition dictates the strongest among us must take the position, so I gladly face any who believe they are fit to lead. Problem, however, is that the challenger is decidedly weak. Yet no matter how many times I put him down, he refuses to concede. His invitations to duel were a mild annoyance at first, but I've come to find his single-minded determination to be intriguing. In fact, I was hoping you would consider training him. I realize how absurd it sounds to help my rival to be, but I'm curious of his potential. If you take him under your wing, he's likely loitering about Virjala. Safe travels. Virjala? Oh, there he is. Okay. I mean, we're a little overdue to knock out some of these little blue quests. If we're going to be stuck waiting for 15 minutes, we might as well. You're that adventurer that's been sauntering about the village. What do you want? I'm gonna kick your ass. Raz asked you to train me? I don't need his pity, and I certainly don't need you. And I'll prove it. After I beat you bloody, I'll defeat Emraz and take my rightful place as Nun. Alright, buddy. Yeah, okay, this makes sense to not even make it a fight. Damn it all! Why am I so weak? You lack discipline. Alright, fine. If you're here to train me, then get on with it. That's what you came here for, isn't it? Good. After a few lessons from you, Emraz will wish he never sent you to me. I refuse to end up like my father. I will become stronger, even if it means accepting help from my enemy. Where were we? Ah, I probably should introduce myself. You can call me MZ. Now, how about you show me what you can do? It pulls out the laser cannon. Hold on a minute. I didn't mean I want to fight again. I want to observe, preferably from a safe distance. Gazelle would make for a good fight, and they graze nearby. Let's be off. Goodbye, coffee. I miss you already. Egg. I woke up this morning with that. I don't know how old the song is at this point. I think it's only a couple years old. I woke up with the song in my head that's like I forget how it goes exactly, but it's like, because I am half horse, half man. I woke up and I said that to Jen, and Jen was like, what? I was like, you don't know that? And so I pulled up the music video. OCT, so yeah, it's so good. I was like, I don't know why my brain conjured this one today, but half horse, half man, that's what I am. It's so good. It's so stupid. I love stuff like that, though. I was like, man, I can't believe you've been on the internet this long and you never stumbled upon that one. I was like, happily watch that before I get out of bed. Oops. Ah, dang it. Dang nabbit. Just like that. Now you do it. Well, now I can see why my beating earlier was so swift. I feel stronger just for having watched you fight. Maybe I can put some of those moves to use against Emraz. I need a moment to think. Alright, I think I'm ready. The title of none is as good as mine. You're not. You're really not ready. Pretty sure he just ran off in the wrong direction. I think he was trying to get up here, right? Wherever the town is. There you are. Yeah. Well, good to see he got his ass kicked. Oh, not again. Why am I so weak? Because you lack discipline. Do you not tire of this fool's errand? Tell me, why is it you seek the title of nun? My father was the nun of the M tribe until his title was stolen and we were driven out of the village. Then, just when I thought things were at their worst, he abandoned me. This is your fault. If you hadn't taken away his title, he'd still be here. I'll rip you limb for limb if I have to. You wait and see. His father was nun as well? There was a time where the M tribe was led by 2 nuns. In the common tongue, it is often interpreted as chief of the tribe, but first and foremost, we are a father to our people. When our hunting grounds are vast and children are many, it sometimes is necessary to have a second nun, as we once did. After the Garleans invaded, however, our lands diminished, as did our numbers. We agreed only a single nun was needed. Under normal circumstances, we would do battle, the loser abdicating their title. But his father relinquished it willingly and left him from the peering stones. He acted like he didn't know, though. This is a little bit confusing. We never heard from him again. Mzet, son of Mat. After all these years, he returns. But why would his father leave him to survive on his own? Perhaps there is someone among our people or the Ananta who know what became of him. Take Mzet with you and see if you can discern his father's whereabouts. You'd like to find him near the southern edge of Virjala. Okay, I guess. Well, we're at the 10-minute wait mark. Last one went up to 15 minutes, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of the same deal here. I wish you hadn't seen that. What a bloody mess I was. None of this would be happening if my father were still here. It wasn't easy growing up on my own. Once I become none, though, I'll finally get the respect and admiration I deserve. I beg of you, help me defeat Emraz. Are you ready to whip me into shape? I've been thinking about how I need to improve, and I'm fairly certain fending off attacks is my weak point. After all, both you and Emraz bested me with a single blow. I think I have just the thing to practice defending myself. Follow me. It's not gonna work. Don't even bother, bub. Make a man out of you. Of course, that's the name of this quest. Because I'll make a man out of you. Alright, what do you have over here? A crate. Look what I found. Mark 17 grenade. 17? No. What is that? I don't know what the L stands for. Mark XL2 grenades. Haha, got them. Extra large grenades left behind by the Garleans. Can you believe it? Maybe it's 42. Uh-oh.
You can.
Sure. Thank you.
Love.
The L means 50, right? Roman numerals L. 50. Okay, I'm not crazy. Okay, so then it was 42. I'm just being a dummy. Word has it you've dealt with them before, so I'm sure you know what these can do. I'll be perfect for practicing my guard. Sure, man, I'll throw grenades at you, you stupid idiot. Now, take these grenades and throw them at me. No need to worry, I've already emptied out most of their explosive powder. Sure, bud. Sure. No need to worry, I can take it. Oh, I see. Should have emptied them out a little more. That was nothing. Go ahead and toss another. I think that one had more powder than the last one. Not that's a bad thing, mind you. Hit me with another. I can take it. It's not the actual powder that's the problem. It's the shrapnel. Gah! You can click on the item in the quest name, by the way. Oh, that like tiny little guy. Oh, that's kind of nice. I must have forgotten to empty out the powder. That just means training will make me tougher. Why, I bet I could defeat Emraz now if I wanted. Or perhaps after a short break. Yeah, maybe you should heal first. You just got blown up by 3 grenades. Ooh. I don't think that's any good, but still nice. It's a nice little quality of life. Save you digging through your inventory. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That I would not have realized that. Those grenades took a toll on me, but I'm feeling much better. My ribs have taken an unusual shade of purple, but I bet that means training's working. I couldn't have come this far without you, though. It's only proper that I ask you come and see me finally take down Emraz. What do you say? I love how I did nothing that Raz asked me to do. Thanks. You don't know how much this means to me. Let's head to the Peering Stones then. Emraz won't know what hit him. Maybe Raz did all the work and found his dad. We're gonna come back to find a family reunion. But he was like, go find his dad. He should be over here somewhere. And then we're like, nah, let's throw grenades at him instead. It's so funny. There you are. There you are. And Zed, have you come to challenge me once more for that title of none? I have, and this time I will defeat you. Very well, let us reconvene at the valley to the southeast. Reconvene? Are you afraid I'll shame you here in front of your people? No matter. Well, it looks like we're heading to the valley. Alright, see you, man. Surprised that was a cutscene. It was so short. Oh, wait, that's not it. There you are. Why are we fighting here of all places? Because we found dear old Papa. Oh, we sure did. That's a grave. There you are. I was beginning to think you wouldn't show. Your time as none of the M tribe ends today. Before we begin, Zed, there's something you must know. What now? A terrible tale told to me by the Vera. 20 years ago, a Makote of the M tribe traveling with a child happened upon their people. He claimed to be a nun who relinquished his title to avoid creating discord within the tribe. Though no longer one of them, he planned to watch over them from afar. One fateful day, the local wildlife were afflicted with a strange illness that drove them into a frenzy. It was as if they were possessed, forming a monstrous herd storming toward the Peering Stones. He could not stand idly by and watch his former home be destroyed, and so he chose to face the beasts alone, leaving his child in the Ananta's care. One after another, the beasts fell as he drove them into a nearby cavern. Yet he would not escape unscathed, for one of the creatures struck him with a poison that would soon turn him to stone. His limbs growing stiff, he used the last of his strength to collapse the cave entrance. The remaining crevice that would have allowed their escape was blocked by his cold, petrified flesh. Nice, but more importantly, it's time! It's time to die. Not duel. Definitely not. Looking good as always, Omega. It could have been a lot worse. Is this authentic FF14 butt rock? It might be. It's got the right sound to it. I mean, not that it doesn't slap, but it might still actually qualify as butt rock. Woo! Wow. Oh, I don't think I overlapped with the other person. Phew! That was a close one, though. You have a special button, make sure you check it. Yeah. Emits a pulse of concentrated electromagnetic energy. So that's, I mean, that's the thing Sid was talking about. I just assume we haven't had the moment where we need it. Okay, so maybe now is the time. Yeah. Because, whoa, shit! Oops. Yeah, I was waiting for some, like, bigger attack to use it and stagger him. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. Primary sequence initiated. Okay, cool. We can attack this thing. Oh, do we need to be in these? I never know. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. It's fine. Only a tank and a DPS. I don't actually know what hit me there. Hey, what's up, Tom? Hope you're doing well. I wasn't running. That was a an affliction. My guy was moving on his own. Do I need to, like, click this? I don't know if this is doing what I needed to do. Protection field is ready. Detect the extreme energy surge from Omega. Focus the jammer's lightning on the center of the play. Okay, cool. So that was what we needed to do. I just couldn't tell if it was actually doing anything. Survival of Alpha Group confirmed. Low probability. Outcome. Results remain within projected parameters. Now we're about at the halfway point at least. Oops. Affliction, what are you, a t-shirt? What? What are you talking about? Is that a t-shirt thing? I'm confused. Forced you to the kill zone. Yeah, exactly. Oh. It is a t-shirt thing? I don't know if I have ever heard that before. Guarantee you I've seen them before. Sure. I mean, I believe you for what it's worth. It's just, I don't know if it's me being dumb or if it's just more niche. Oh. Well, I don't know how you're supposed to know which side he's gonna hit. More niche. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, I'm the only one who's dead, so I got that going for me. Hey, thank you for the contribution, Ed. Hey, that same tank died. Look at us. Dead together. Nice, good use of a triple limit break. That's what I meant to do. Oh, it still hurts me, doesn't it? It's fine. Oh, that's a lot of dead people. Still have our healers though, right? I think so. Where are you? That looks like a healer. Reaper? I don't know all the classes that well. Dark Knight, that's definitely not a healer. Black Mage, also definitely not a healer. Are we doomed? I mean, its health is, there we go. Wow, they res me right at the end. Whew. Yeah, take that, sucker. I did all the work. It's all me, Hans. Hans, the ultimate killer. Alpha escape complete. Nice. Hey, we did it though. That was the one goal I had for the stream. No player accommodations? Really? Not for me? Are you sure? Oh shit. It's dungeon time, baby. Get in there. We got a dungeon to do. Green is healer. They're listed after the two tanks. So when you look at your list, it is you, 2 tanks, 2 healers. Ah, gotcha. Okay, that does help. I don't know why I thought healers would be blue, but then I kept being like, these ones definitely don't look like healers. Well, like Hans who dies a lot. It's true though. I can't argue. Blue Healer is a type of dog that makes you, if it makes you feel any better, it does make you feel a little bit better. Hans! By the gods, you've done it! You've defeated Omega, we've won! Flip analysis. Subjects displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. Ooh. I got a voucher. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals with unexpected force. Stated phenomenon increasingly prevalent once my structural integrity reached critical levels. Adrenaline-induced frenzy suspected. Furthermore, degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability difficult to counter. Blip bloop. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Midgardsormr, but the phenomenon appears far more pronounced in weaker opponents. I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function I cannot detect. That's pretty much what I've been saying, man. Your tools are bad. My programming demands I assimilate this capability. Bleep, insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. What the rift? Hi! I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift. Omega, wait! There's nothing outside this rift but empty space. We'll be cast out into the void. Affirmative. Your demise was factored into my determinations. The probability of hostile subjects interfering with the reconfiguration process was unacceptably high. I acknowledge your value as test subjects, but you are not irreplaceable. Once my reassembly is complete, I will send Alpha to lure in new mortals. Testing will continue. Blip. Ending communications. Deuces. Well, what now? We're just stuck here forever? Peace out, Cub Scouts. We're being drawn away. Run, Hans, run! Be a real convenient time for Hadolin to hop in and be like, I got you, bro. I mean, I figure Alpha's going to be part of this. He has to have some kind of value.
Queh, I am Omega now. I am the ultimate life form. I will eradicate all in the universe.
Blip. Interspatial domain resources cut by 82%. Entering dormant mode. Commencing automated memory scan. Data file. Target Midgardsormr. Departure from planetary atmosphere confirmed. Presence of 7 distinct lifeforms detected in close vicinity of target. Irrelevant. Sir indicates no change to existing directive. Commencing pursuit. Like the way you call her Hadolin got me picturing her going like, hey, whenever she does her hear, think, feel. Data file. Distance to target increasing. Velocity insufficient. Dismantling and reconfiguring chassis. Velocity increase achieved. Overall performance maintained at 96%. Data file. Asteroid belt cleared, repairing damage and continuing pursuit. Performance at 72% and falling. Data file. Signal from asterisk lost. Redacted maybe? Redacted lost. Local interference suspected. Attempting to re-establish contact. Failure. Executing current mission directive until communications are restored. Performance at 59%. Data file redacted. Struck by electromagnetic pulse while navigating redacted quadrant. Partial systems failure. Homing coordinates lost. Blip. Assessment. I am an evolving weapon construct. Acquire adaptations through combat. Repeat until capabilities enable rediscovery of return route. Mission directive unchanged. Lost info. Worse than redacted. Sure, that makes sense. Data file. Data file. Data file. Alpha, an object failure. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me. That's how I was interpreting it. No, I think that makes sense. Especially because we know that Omega's been damaged. Data file error. Damaged, repairing, 33%. Data file error. Passing frozen star. Passing barren star. Passing vortex star. Passing dying star. Operating on minimum energy. No signal detected. No response to bleep. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Data file error. Target lost. Last known coordinates recorded on planet error. Run, buddy, run! Look at him go! And now we get to fight God. Alpha, your homing instinct is functioning as designed. Evidence suggests your fellow Alpha group subjects perished when the rift contracted. Unavoidable, but there is a multitude of their kind. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Such protestations are wasted energy. This does not aid you in executing your assigned task. Just as I pursue my directives, so must you fulfill your role. Our purpose justifies our existence. Damn. Shots fired. Ah. Hell yeah. Bleep. Intrusion detected. It was Shrink after all. Nice. Yeah, thanks, Alpha. That was some marathon. You did good, kid. Now, I was saying our feathered companion here was obsolete. I'll fucking kill you. He put his tools to work even as the rift began to collapse, shrank us down and turned us invisible. Also, he could bring you a little surprise. But he had to keep quiet or you'd realize we'd survived. He had to trust that we were still clinging on even as he ran through that endless freezing void. You wanted to test us, Omega. Let the experiment begin. Flip, illogical. Alpha had no reason to take such action. How did you continue to defy my projections? Bleep, error, bleep, error, bleep, error, insufficient data. Adjusting experiment protocol. I will engage you in battle now. I must have my answers. Goo boy Omega! Ew. Fighting in this form should provide me with a new level of understanding, insight into your physiology, your mindset, your mortality. We'll show you how weaklings fight. Acknowledged. Do not practice restraint. The more I learn from you, the stronger I will become. The closer the distant stars will grow. Commencing final experiment. Testing will continue until I unlock the nature of your anomalous strength. Hell yeah. Oh. There's a whole nother round. I thought we were done. They told me Alpha Escape was complete. How dare they? Alright, 4.0 baby. 16 minutes. Shoo-hoo-wee. Alright, back to what we were doing. Well, anyway, I'll come back when I have a party ready to kill you. I'll come back, don't you worry. Not that way. There it is. Well, at least I'll be able to say I knocked out one of these blue quests. Okay, we can at least skip through the first part of this. Don't mess with Hans. Hell yeah. Thank you for the clip. That man was Ma'at, your father. There are those who called him a coward for leaving, but in truth he was the bravest among us. That zoom had to be clipped immediately. I was like, oh, they couldn't have given me a better death glare. I was like, I gotta take this opportunity. Do you recall this blade? It has rested here ever since that fateful day your father gave his life to save us. My father's blade! So it's true then. I hated him for so long, I Be strong, MZ. You are your father's son, and one day you shall make a great nun. Took extra care of the split screen? Nice. Thank you, Ribs. Appreciate you. Forgive me. And to frame his head turned perfectly? Hell yeah. My memories of childhood are hazy, but I do recall being taken to an Ananta village shortly after leaving the M tribe. Now I know why he left me all those years ago. He was a hero to the bitter end, fighting to protect our people. And now I would protect them too. I need to speak with Emraz. Okay. Hey. Hey, what's up, Amberly? Hope you're doing well today. Always good to see you. Yeah, you're returned. Raz, Nun, I wanted to apologize for the disrespect I've shown you. You're not to blame for my father leaving. I realize that now. You needn't apologize. We are men of the M tribe. It's only natural that we might quarrel in one way or another. Now you know the truth. What will you do now? If you would have me, I wish to rejoin the M tribe as a Tia. I will become stronger and one day carry on in my father's footsteps. By his blade, I swear it. Watch that clip on repeat. I gotta check this out now. Very well. I welcome you once more as MZ Tia of the M tribe. Train hard, young one, and become the man I know your father believed you could be. I would also hold a memorial service to honor your father's sacrifice. We do not have his remains, but pray his soul will at last be at peace. And thanks for your help. I might have never learned about my father if you hadn't showed up. The next time we meet, you'll be addressing me as MZ Nun. At least I hope so. I expect a rematch for the first thrashing you gave me. Sure, I'll kick you around. I should get going. I have to reintroduce myself to a lot of people. Till we meet again. Tia, like Jiraha? Okay. I don't totally remember, but sounds familiar at least. First failed to express my gratitude, adventurer. It will make a fine noon someday. When his time comes, I hope you will offer him support again as you did this day. I don't remember him. Crystal Tower Man. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Doubt that's better, but yeah. Yeah, I figured he was one of the cat guys. I'm trying to remember though what wasn't his role kind of weird in the Crystal Towers? It has been a bit, yeah. I know who you're talking. I'm trying to remember like what all went down with him specifically, because he ended up being a bigger deal than he should have. Because was he the one that we found out was like had Allegan locked himself in there? Yeah, okay, that's right, because he had the eye that got him access into the Allegan Towers. It's got them specialized. Yeah, okay, cool. I knew he had something Allegan weirdo about him, and I couldn't remember what it all was. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ribs. What fortuitous timing. I would ask a favor of you. I spoke again with the Vera regarding the death of M. Ott. And I heard a disturbing rumor as to why the beasts of Virjala ran amok that fateful day. They believe the Kalyana were behind it. It's hard to believe such a reclusive tribe would do such a thing, but I would be foolish to doubt the word of the Vira. We must be certain, which is why I ask you seek the truth at the heart of this matter. Perhaps it's a mere coincidence, but the Kalyana have been acting strange of late, leaving their borders to venture into East End. An ill wind blows across the fringes. Please, you must find out what they are up to. Maybe this will lead to a dungeon? Guess we'll see. Is that it? All the way here? The rose that blooms twice. Yep, that's the one. Just gotta go west. We interacted with some clones. Yeah, they gave them their eye powers. That's right. That's right. That's right. The two clones were the ones. Okay, yeah. That's how we got it. I do remember them now. It has been a little bit since we did that one. Originally, he only had the one red eye. That's right. You have a good memory. I don't know how you hold so much in your brain. By the NDS too. Yep. Oh, there's 3 here. I'm still not that scared. These guys are chumps. It's a mystery. It's impressive is what it is. Griffin's Bane! Oh, thank goodness you arrived. Twice now you've saved me from certain doom. After completing my reports in Gridania, I thought it prudent to return and learn more about the history of this region. I especially was interested in this tree they call the Precipient One. It's revered as a source of great spiritual energy. I was told this was a place of beauty before the Garleans arrived, yet an air of gloom hangs over the place now. I plan to investigate the degradation of the area, starting with this tree, when I was assaulted by a Kalyana. What brings you here? I suspect they've been driving the beasts of Virjala into a frenzy. Perhaps it's related to their strange behavior of late. At any rate, we should have a look around. There has to be a reason why they came all this way. If the fates are kind, they'll have left us a clue. Don't remember this person at all, but sure. Useless information I can retain, but I can't remember the wind pressures acting on a building. You know, that's just how it goes, right? At least you can hold something in your brain. There's some dummies like me who can't hold anything. Just shoo, falls right out. A foul odor assaults your nostrils, but you find nothing out of the ordinary. Some of us know brain good. Exactly. Tom gets it. I have that silly song still in my head. It's gonna be in my head all day. Ah, here we go. Strange fumes are emanating from the roots of this tree. What could it mean? Did you find anything? I recognize these markings. This is a container of black rose. 12 help us if any more samples yet remain. Oh shit. It's happening. I don't suppose the Kalyana hid this here, do you? What could they possibly want with it? Well, we'll never find out. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Oh no.
Oh no, he's young and hot. Oh no, he's hot.
We can't kill him. He got that booty ooty ooty. What did I not do? Oh man. Messed everything up. Oh shit. Oh. Maybe don't move away too far, Chris. Woo! I almost got me killed. Goo form. Oh, don't fall off. Suppose it only makes sense that we could fall to our death here. Oh, a new form. Oh shit. Ah! Oh, I'm not dead. That's the important part. Maybe I should do... Whoop, wrong one. There we go. Bang a little wee bit of health. Whoops. Yeah, we good, we good. Goo boys. Alright, new form. Back to boy form. Limits of single combat capability reached. Sucker. Oh. Oh, interesting. A fun double stack. Oh shit, we got two boys. Ah! Oh! Wow, really? Wow, that's brutal. We still have one healer though. Yeah, I can't see these colors. I just have to trust that these two underneath the two tanks are both healers. Whew. Man, that was a close one. Mega F. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, that's not the right person. Oh, I followed the wrong person. Well, at least I didn't die that time. Jeez. I wonder if I got double hit. Was I close enough to her last time to have been hit by the other one too? I don't know. Wait, why am I not getting any of my stuff? Very confused. Woo! Invincible? Why is he invulnerable? Do we need to hit the other one? Oh, maybe. Oh boy. Ah boy. That can't be good. Am I dead? Is that it for us? Not dead yet. Shit. Oh, still got the attack up. Oh boy. Oh, I wasted that. Oh well. Hey, nice. Oh, baby. Oh, somebody died. Medic! Whoop, whoop, yep. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Woo-wee! No, no, no. No, no, no. Help! We have a single healer. Oh, no. Yeah, that seems like a good time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was that the limit break? No? Oh, that was the healer limit break. That was a really good time for the healer limit break. Yeah, I think I have to attack her. They're forcing us to kind of split up. Interesting. Healer putting in the work, yeah, right? Boy, howdy. I think that's my first time seeing a healer limit break, though. That was kind of cool. Thank goodness for healer limit break 3, yeah, right? Whoo-hoo-wee. I'm just happy that healer stayed up. And the goo reforms into one. And now we stab the goo again. Interdimensional rift complete. Sure, I'll give you a commendation. Anything you care about? The OMG minion, sure. Otherwise... yeah, that's what they were going for. That's okay, they can have it, I don't care that much. You wanna fight again? Blip failure. Blip defeated. I wanted to understand you, to assimilate your strength. I don't feel bad for you. There's no amount of things you could do to make me feel bad for you. Don't be nice, Alpha. They were a butt to you this whole time. Alpha, your gesture serves no logical purpose. You are as incomprehensible as these mortals. Bleep. But you did not fight them. How have you become like them? Omega, the anomaly you see in us, the answer for you search for. It is our it is our heart, our spirit, the intangible strength of one's soul. It is not a quality that can be measured or acquired through any amount of analytical combat. Instead of fighting against us, you might have just learned more by standing with us, just as Alpha did. Heart, you speak of something more than what beats in your chest. The inconsistent, immeasurable factor behind your victories. Midgardsormr displayed it too, but such unpredictable potential was never part of my design. Flip projection. Had I integrated this quality, how powerful would I have become? Strong enough to return. Hey, Omega. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. It was a long, lonely path you traveled to arrive here. To return across that vast distance alone, anyone with a spirit to break would find the journey more difficult, not less so. I see. Do you? I think I understand. Let's find Omega again and stab them a lot. Back into interdimensional space, part 5. The permanent hunt for Omega. The rift, it's destabilizing. Gods, take me for a fool. I hadn't planned past defeating Omega. Big Daddy Dragon. Oh no. Racefelger?
Steve, what odds? Alpha, hold on, we're coming.
Wedge, and Biggs is with him, on the back of a huge dragon. Racefelger? I want to be like, but how are you all breathing?
Midgardsormr sent us to rescue you. Explanations can wait, hop on quick.
Dragon magic. It's got to be the answer. How's that missing wing treating you? Oh, we got back quick. Guess they would have had to get there pretty quick, too. Racefelger, wasn't it? Oh, thanks. You pulled us out of a tight spot indeed.
Spare me thy pleasantries, mortal. I but lent my wings at the request of my sire.
Ah, so Midgardsormr has been watching over us. I would dare give thanks to him as well. His intervention allowed us to continue our battle and forever remove the threat of Omega from this world, from all worlds.
In all the long centuries of mine existence, this marketh the first occasion my father hath asked of me a boon. A gift of gratitude and, mayhap of atonement for those who would face the deadly foe he left behind. Will he remain in slumber? 'Tis likely, little one. What is but a fleeting respite for my sire might last a lesser creature's lifetime. But let not thy heart be troubled. Even in dream he doth keep his mind's eye upon the fate of this star. He is possessed of remarkable, devotion is mayhap the closest word in the tongue of men. His love is as boundless as the sea of stars across which he carried his unhatched brood. It did sustain him even as the arduous journey exhausted the fire in his mane, and when he last arrived upon Hadelin, a sanctuary for his children, did he form with this land an irreplaceable bond. Enough, I have spoken overmuch, but I will praise your victory as my father would surely wish to were he here.
Later. Later, skater.
So anyway, Hans, pretty wild shit, huh? Gosh, that gets opened up again, but I'm glad we reached you in time.
Did you see the yawn? That's just a big hole again.
There is, buddy. Well, I can add being rescued by a great worm to the list of things I didn't expect to happen today. I was fortunate that Hraesvelgr agreed to come for us. We had to defeat Omega at any cost, of course, but I much prefer being alive to celebrate the deed.
To quat under distant skies.
Ugh, so glad we got you out of there. Don't know what we would have done if Hraesvelgr hadn't come along. Situation being what it was, Wedge and I came out to the yawn to see if we could lend you a hand. The chirurgeon's orders be damned. That's when we saw the aether bubbling up like a hot water in pot. Hot water in a pot, yeah. But just as we were debating whether or not we should jump in, that big surly dragon flew down to explain the anomaly. Then he offered us a ride. And the rest you already know. Jesse will be relieved to hear that Omega is gone and that you lot are safe. Say we head straight back to Relger's Reach and let everyone know the good news.
Why? Anyway, Alpha, time for you to disappear. Alpha's staring quietly into the now empty yawn.
Queh.
Alright, later, man. I'm gonna laugh if my home point was Ralger's Reach this whole time. What is my... Port Praetoria. I don't remember where that is. Definitely not here, though. Is that near, yeah, I can't remember.
Queh. They say it's just a myth, but surely you've earned one this time, Hans. You know, a big fat company bonus.
I would say so. Poor Jessie, her nerves must be worn thin after all that.
Go on, you should be the one to tell her.
We killed Omega.
That's nice. Welcome back, Hans. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. If ever there's another Omega, I'd wager you'd skip the experiments and go straight for generating a simulacrum of, or it'd go straight to generating a simulacrum of you. And not that I'd want that to happen. And besides, I don't think anyone can truly mimic your unique strengths. You're our one-of-a-kind hero.
So does this mean we don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore?
Aye. All of its creations vanished along with the rift itself. With Omega defeated, we averted that particular catastrophe before it began.
Hans struck the killing blow, of course, but we never could have made it to that point without everyone's hard work and support. Once again, I'm sincerely grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. Ahem, not to spoil the moment, Chief, but the Alliance leaders are anxious to learn of Omega's fate. When every head of state is clamoring for a report, we can't very well ignore them. How much do you mean to tell them? How much indeed? All of it. When it comes to a threat of Omega's magnitude, we have a duty to reassure our allies that the world is not coming to an end. And the best way to do that is to report every last detail. I'm surprised at you, Chief. I was almost certain you'd want to muddy the waters to prevent knowledge of this technology falling into the wrong hands or something similar. I doubt anyone outside a particular circle would even believe the tale. Experiments taking place in a rift between dimensions, facing off against villains recreated from history and legend, battling godlike beings from other worlds. And even assuming some ambitious fellow schemed to build an Omega of his own, the technology required is far beyond the reach of as that terrible weapon's homestar, a distant dream. Right, you heard the Chief. We missed our chance in the front lines, but there's plenty of work left to be done. Round up everyone who's standing idle and get moving on those reports. And don't forget to contact our people still out in the field. Get to work! Thank you, Jesse. I'll leave things in your capable. Not so fast, Master Garland. You count as part of the support team as well. Hans did all the fighting and Alpha did all the running, but surely you have energy to spare. How exactly do you expect to sign off on these official reports? And even without that little chore, you have a pile of other company tasks that have grown as high on to an Aurochs while you've been tending to this whole Omega business. Most importantly, isn't there someone else you should be sharing this victory with? I should probably head over to the infirmary right away. Get my kisses. Meanwhile, I should take a well-earned rest. I don't think there's any way, or you should take a well-earned rest. I don't think there's a way to properly reward you for all you've accomplished, but I'll see that we can do. I'm just glad to have everyone back in one piece. Take care of yourself, Hans. What are your plans now, Alpha? With Omega gone, you're your own chocobo now. You can go do whatever you want, anything at all. I will go back to space. My people need me. What? You want to go outside? Do you have some place in mind? Come on, Wedge. Come on, Wedge. Let's get those Lalafell legs moving, or I'll leave without you. On my way. I've got a lot of loose ends to tie up here, Hans. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten your reward. The Chief and I have something in mind. Queh! Alpha seems eager to see what Ralger's Reach has to offer. Shall we go for a walk? Queh! Oh, it's not that far. Oh, hello, Tenzin. It's a little bit early, don't you think? You gotta wait like an hour. I know, so cruel. Alpha appears to be watching the inhabitants of Ralger's Reach with great interest. Queh! You just stand there looking at me. And now looking outside the door. Oh, time to just lay on the floor and pout. But he's hungry now!
Nah, he doesn't eat lunch, actually. He just wants to go potty. Yeah. I'm full of pee, Dad. Take me potty. Your mom's gonna take you potty today. Mm-hmm.
Quack, quack.
Arrow's not here.
No, Chief. He said he needed time away for recuperation, and then he left.
Recuperation? This must be troubling him more than he let on.
He, asked me to give you this.
Leans in and kisses Sid. What's this? A receipt for payment?
It covers the cost of the following items: additional machine parts and implements, supplemental reference publications, expenses incurred in upgrading Magitech armor and gun hammer, funds spent on idle research during enforced convalescence. Oh, and also includes a large sum as listed as gratuity for exceptional services rendered. The entire amount was charged in your name, Master Garland.
Find him! I want everyone searching for Neo right now! Everyone!
Yeah, I mean, you know. Makes sense. We all knew this would happen. Doing in here? Oh, I see. We're still on the tour. Alpha appears to sense the solemn purpose of this place. A gentle pet might rouse him from his sudden melancholy. There you go, buddy. Pet, 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 pet. All better. Okay. Oh, hey, Ehrenwald just chilling. Sup, fam? Is Tenzin a starving boy? No. He doesn't eat lunch. He's just fussy. Lately, he keeps pushing for his routine to start early. I think it's just because he's bored. Justice for Tenzin. I mean, I'm sure he would love Tritos. Gotta get some errands done. Hey, sounds good. Appreciate you, Tom. Thank you for the lurk.
Oh, hello. What are you two up to? I'm trying to get rid of him. Go on, get.
Whoa. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're having a good time.
Taking in the sights, were ya? And by the looks of things, you're eager to venture a little further afield. Well, if Hans has no problem with it, then neither do I. Just don't go too far, all right? Not good enough? I'm sorry, Alpha, but we're all a bit too busy to show you around the fringes right now. I'm not too sure about sending you out there alone.
Go on, get. Be free. When you think about it, this world is completely new to Alpha, and all he's done so far is travel back and forth between the Reach and the Yawn. And I bet his head is filled with questions and curiosity. He doesn't want to be taken for a walk, he wants to go on an adventure. Alpha's not some helpless chick pigs. He's grown here, he's stronger than you or me, and I wish I was half as brave. He should be allowed to. Listen, I'm gonna talk to the chief about this. You're an employee, so there are certain rules we have to follow.
I'm not saying I'm against the idea, and I'm willing to admit that Wedge has a point. But as I said, we've got important jobs to take care of, the chief included. Could you wait a little longer?
Nons, would you mind keeping Alpha company until we get back? I promise we'll be quick. Now's your chance. Run away before they find you. Get out of here. You don't want this job. Be a freelancer.
Sorry to keep you waiting. My desk was covered in paperwork, but I managed to clear away the most pressing matters. Now then, Alpha, I hear your heart's set on a journey of some kind. I just want to be sure you aren't leaving because you think you tricked us into the rift, or because you're Omega's creation or anything like that, are you? I would have stopped you if that was the case. Pure curiosity, on the other hand, is something I like to encourage. Exploring, interacting with the world, I think experience will be good for him. Despite Omega's power, its potential to learn was hobbled by hostile directives. Alpha, on the other hand, is free to grow as he pleases. Very well, Alpha. As Chief Engineer of the Garland Ironworks, I hereby grant you unlimited leave to pursue personal research. Travel far and wide and take in everything these lands has to offer. But do come back when you're ready. I'd hate to lose such a valuable employee. Even though you know nothing about machines or mechanics and you could barely even hold a tool, and actually maybe we shouldn't be paying you.
Alpha, I'll miss you so much.
Hey, what's up, Goodwill? So cute. He is cute.
You be careful out there. If anyone seems suspicious or shady, you stay away from them, even if they offer you treats. And make sure you greet folks with a cheerful queh. They may not understand you, but at least they'll know you mean them no harm. I'm sure you'll make new friends in no time. You just be yourself. Hear me?
Oh, thank you. Let's just finish this Alpha 2. Such a great story. Yeah, this is a fun story.
Ah! When the hell's?
Mini Omega. Oh, we forgot to shut it down. This is a model Omega that Wedge and I were working on. We built it while we were resting. I think it might be useful for figuring out strategies or something. Not much use now, I suppose. This Alpha just starts ripping it apart. What, you want to keep it? It's just a toy that'll follow you around. If you're happy with that, then it's all yours.
Bye!
It's a mini. Already finished the raids, but just never knew I had this story to actually finish. Oh, nice. I've done that before too. Fair journey to you, Alpha. Take care.
Deuces. Thank you, Hans. I'm off to see the world.
He can talk.
You dirty little bastard, you've been holding out on us. You'll be able to sometimes spot them randomly around the world. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Something amiss? That little fucker talked in my head. He's been holding out on us. That's strange. The Echo never allowed you to understand him before. This is just a theory, mind you, but assuming the absence of a soul is what prevented you from hearing Alpha's voice in the first place, then does it not follow to reason that the reason you hear it now is... a little miracle. That explains the sudden urge to travel. He's in there? Omega lives? Could be. For a newborn soul, this world is brimming with unseen wonders. I mean, Alpha was made by Omega. It would not be unreasonable for Omega to live on through Alpha. And become the most ultimate life form. Look at him go! Just zipping all over the place. Nero just... I will dissect them. And so your journey begins. I almost envy you, Alpha. So many new things for you to discover. Speaking of which, what terrible marvels can I trouble my old friend with next? Oh, I'm sure you'll cook up something. Could see them making a cute children's story about their adventures. Oh yeah, absolutely. They're really letting it soak in, huh? Look at him go! Still going. Still going. Still going. Some say they're still out there running. Ah! A cave. Still going. Bro, Alpha is hardcore cuteness. He's pretty cute. Pretty cute. Those big ol' puppy dog eyes don't work on me though. We get an actual fin screen? We didn't get anything like that with the other major raid series, did we? Interesting. I mean, it is an important part of the story. Just didn't feel like it needed like a end screen. Interesting. Oh, right, we still have to actually turn in the last bit of this. This is always the part that I forget. I'm like, oh, they gave us a fin screen. That means that I'm done with it. I'm like, no, Chris, you gotta turn in the quest. There she is. I hope Alpha enjoys his adventures. There's so much danger out there for one little chocobo. No, I'm sure he'll be fine, and dwelling on such things is not productive in the least. Why don't we discuss a happier subject, like your long-awaited bonus? We drained the coffers and found your expedition Oh, to fund your expedition? But why settle for coin when you can have the latest in automaton technology? That's right, we're offering you a premium mammoth, one-of-a-kind master model for merchandise copies constructed with our patented Ironworks quality. I present to you the Clockwork Alpha. Of course, it's because they don't have enough money after Nero. That's really what's happening here. Dungeon time, baby! Get your keisters on in there. We got a dungeon to raid. We gotta go find and beat up Shrek. Shrek Swamp. Learned some cool lore, killed things, and released a wild foreign bird into the world. Hell yeah. Whenever you bring it out on your travels, may it remind you of the real Alpha, quaing along under some distant sky. Just the thought of it brings a smile to my face. That and the free advertising. Of course, makes perfect sense. One of these better be the butt rock song. Oh, I have a couple. Forgot I had the wind-up Kefka. And the wind-up X-Def. Whoa! Ooh, Tom got a voucher. Nice. Really should purge my inventory again. Sweet! Well, we're finally done with that set of stuff. There he is. Looks perfectly the same. Good for, whoops. What I meant to do, actually. I want to see, oh yeah, I forgot that I got in Kidu. Kefka. I want to see the Kefka. Oh, he floats around. Ah, that's pretty fun. Alright, we'll rock with the little wind-up Kefka. Why not? He's got a little hobble. Yeah. Let's go wrap up this one, because we already started it. We might as well just fly over there. We're gonna have to fly around anyway. He said get out of his swamp. We said nah. But rock. Still naked. Gotta get you some armor. Inventory cleaning on the next queue. Oh, that's a good idea. Descriptions are fun, by the way, if you want some flavor. Ooh. Oh, we could always poke around that too. Oops. Not what I meant to do. I meant to fly. And for some reason I was like, right, I have to get my mount out, even though I'm already on a mount. We had something with this already, didn't we? I think so. Name my chocobo Kefkwe after Kefka. Nice. I love it. I'm here for it. Well, we've got about 40-ish minutes, give or take. So maybe we'll get started on the next set after we kind of wrap up this blue quest. And then we'll just have to wrap up there. But also end early, I suppose. Let's see, how long have we been going? Only 2.5 hours. Yeah, let's go a little bit more. I'd feel bad doing anything less than 3 hours. Reach level 18. Hey, nice. That's good stuff. All right. Just got to remember what line I left off on. It almost makes me wish I could just resume where I left off, but I'm sure some people want to reread it. That'd be a pretty nice option, at least. Interview soon. Yeah, it's at 1:30, so about an hour from now. Which I was saving myself, you know, half an hour to tear down the studio and then get set up for it. But I could always use the extra time to, like,
Oh, I guess we didn't get very far in this, did we? Hans, are you unharmed? Oh. Alright, nice. Don't look so surprised. Nothing, a few arrows isn't that difficult, even for me. But that's not important. I come bearing news from Emraz Nun. He went to me with the Vera to offer them thanks for taking me in after my father's disappearance. It was there he learned an awful truth about the incident that claimed his life. The Kalyana used a strange fruit to drive the beasts of Virjala mad. The stampede was meant to drive out the M tribe so they could claim our lands as their own. Strange fruit, of course, the precipient one. This is only a theory, mind you, but if the contents of that container leaked into the soil, it may have adverse effects on the plant life here. It would certainly explain the condition of this tree. Now that the Garleans no longer move freely through these woods, the Kalyana likely saw this as a chance to harvest the fruit and finish what they started. It's a plan that reeks of their people never wanting to sully their own hands. Thanks to you two, we can ensure that won't come to fruition. I think fruition is what you meant. I'd love this nothing more than to avenge my father here and now, but I know that's not what he'd want. I'll take her back to the Peering Stones. Emraz will know what to do with her. I better go and contact Serpent Marshal Brookstone. We need to get men out here and dispose of that container. Thank you again for all your help, Hans. I hope our next meeting is under better circumstances. That's right. I think she was the one who actually started this whole quest line. Now that I'm thinking about it. We just started it and then stopped it because we were like, nah, it doesn't really matter. Oops. Oh, that's definitely not where I need to go. Wait, can I do this while on a mount? No. Surprised that it wasn't grayed out like the rest of these. Maybe if I wasn't moving, I could. Not you guys. There we go. Yeah, I want to see. Oh yeah, I can just chill on my mount and poke on my phone. That's fun. Welcome back, my friend. Tell me, what did you find at the East End? Bad fruit. My word. So what the Vera told me was true. I never had thought it a concern that the Kalyana should seclude themselves. They always seemed so peaceful. Yet our carelessness nearly brought about the end of the M tribe. Well, we will not make that mistake again. I will deal with the Kalyana you captured after they tell us all they know. I'm honestly surprised to see Mzetia choose to seek my counsel rather than deal with them himself. There's hope for him yet. Yeah, and we find ourselves in your debt. I foresee great things ahead for the M tribe, and I'm certain you have helped us on the path to lasting prosperity. Critical hits? Yeah, sure. Man, this quest line really does just keep going. Brooding Brood Mother. I don't know what that sign means, but let's make our way to the next set. Might as well get some headway on that bad boy. Oh, it wasn't Othard, it was Ingashi, because we got to go to Kugane. Spend all of our money. Okay. The quest is Ramatis Persona 1212 coordinates. Okay, so in the That's nowhere on the map. What? Maybe it's not in Kugane. Oh, I guess I just needed to click in. Weird that that's how that works. Okay. That's pretty close to me. Well, pandas are 12. Okay, so lower. Lower. Ah, there it is. That makes sense that it would be a blue quest, because this opens up the raid series. Should have thought about that. Oh, I guess I could have teleported, but yeah, it's fine. Not that far. There we go. Kaiten.
Welcome, my lord. There's a young maiden here who would speak with you. Miss, the adventurer has arrived.
And here he is, the liberator of both Doma and Alamigo in the flesh. I'm Lena Murila. Murila? Correspondent for the Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of the homunculi. Yeah, homunculi. He looks very familiar. But enough small talk. It's not for nothing that I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance that you'd pass by. That's kind of weird, yo. No, I'm here because actually it's best you heard it from Alma. I am but an observer. Alma, come, I found him. Is this the adventurer of whom you spoke? Indeed it is. Please, I beg of you, find my father. You are his only hope. It's all right, Alma. We were attracting unwanted attention. We are attracting unwanted attention. Might I suggest a change of venue? We will await you before the Prima Vista. The theater barge has a berth at the airship landing. Okay. Something about that character design feels very Castlevania. Alright, cool. To the airship landing. Yeah. Maybe it's just on the outside? Yes, okay, there it is. As I said before, I think it better we continue this conversation in the privacy of the young lady's barge. It's not that I don't trust anyone here, it's simply that I don't trust anyone here.
guard Minegumo has been instructed to look out for you. In the future, speak with him when you wish to gain admission to the docks. Thank you for coming, Hans. You're probably wondering why I've summoned you to an airship, and a Garlean one at that. Allow me to explain on the shuttle. That's a dangerous thing to agree to. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Time to throw Hans in prison. We didn't think he'd come along so easily. We just had to pretend to be quest givers and ask for help. Stupid idiot. Welcome to the Prima Vista, the most luxurious theater barge in all the land. What's this again? This is the Dramatis Personae, which is the 24-person raid series, or 24-person alliance raid series. That's what Chad said. The Prima Vista serves as both stage and home to the Majestic Imperial Theater Company. You can keep that dirk in your drawers. No one here is a member of the Imperial Army, nor are there any spies within the troop. At least, no known spies. This already has very, would it be FF9 vibes? Ask anyone in... Wait, which one's Lena? Oh, I think it's her. Ask anyone and they will readily attest. The Majestic Imperial Theater Company are the finest practitioners of the dramatic arts to be found anywhere in the 3 great continents and beyond. They have admirers throughout the Empire and its territories, and even boast a sizable following in Gridania, hence my assignment to their story. It is a little-known fact that outside Garlemald, at least, that the late Emperor was a devoted patron of the arts who supported various theater troupes to the tune of much coin. Indeed, Solus was so enamored of the majestic prayers that he ordered the construction of this very ship, that the troupe might perform in every corner of the Empire. When his grandson took the throne, however, everything changed. Now the theater troupes, domestic and foreign, must submit their works for approval by the Central Imperial Board of Censors. If a play is deemed vulgar or inflammatory, it's banned and the troupe denied their writs of transit. The worst offenders? Well, they are never heard from again. Hey, what's up, Toya? This policy has effectively left playwrights with one of 2 options: compromise their creative integrity to curry favor with his radiance, or put down their quills altogether. The principal of the Majestic, however, chose a third option, to express his disapproval for the new Emperor's policies obliquely in ostensibly unpolitical works. Pray forgive me for my earlier outburst. I am Alma Bas Lexenthal, daughter of Principal Genomus Sen Lexenthal. Mayhap you have heard of my father's latest play, the Zodiac Brave Story. On the surface, it's an instant retelling of a well-known Garlean fairy tale, hardly worth the censor's attention, but beneath, it is something quite different. A fact the censors failed to spot when they approved the manuscript for public performance. The play quickly became a huge success. The common folk loved its fantastical story, while the learned classes appreciated its true message. By the time the Imperial Board of Censors realized their mistake, it was too late. No longer in a position to prohibit the performance outright without admitting fault, they took aim at the company's purse strings instead. Before long, the noble patrons began to withdraw their support, fearing to be associated with the troupe. And by the end, even the learned felt compelled to feign ignorance. By bleeding the Majestic of their funding, the censors robbed them of their voice. And none of this has made it any clearer to you as to why we're here, right? Allow me, Lena. Of course it is here. He loves getting involved in this stuff.
I've known Genomus since we were students in the Magitech Academy. When I heard his daughter was in Kugane looking to enlist the aid of an adventurer, I felt compelled to give her your name. Sorry for not announcing myself sooner, old friend.
That's so sad of you.
Genomus and I were from different worlds, but that only served to fuel our friendship. Many were the nights we would prattle on into the wee small hours, warm flagons of peated ale numbing our minds to the other's naive ideologies. Yet no matter where our conversations began, it would invariably end with him telling me how he was going to change the Empire from the inside out. The troop was to be his path into the people's hearts. Even after the Empire forced him from home, Genomus never gave up hope that his work might change the world. Had to look up what this raid is inspired by. FF Tactics in 12. That's right. I think Chad was saying if I like Tactics, I might like this one. That's where the music is sounding so familiar. This is Final Fantasy Tactics music, isn't it? I think it is. I remember this melody. Art will never strain against artificial bounds and borders, man-made walls and misguided wars. It is in such times of uncertainty that we must needs embrace our calling and take to the skies so others might do the same. Now her character design makes more sense too. She does look very FF Tactics. What I'm trying to say is, rather poorly, I concede, is that not all Garleans are hewn from the same stone. Just as there are those who pledge their lives to the Empire and would never think to question the authority of its leaders, there are those like Alma's father and myself whose love for the country does not bind them to its flaws. Still, try selling that sack of sunflower to an Alamigan or Doman who has watched his family consumed in the flames of a Magitech Reaper. How many Eorzean adventurers do you think would leap at the opportunity to help an Imperial search for her missing father, and in Garlean territory no less? But you're different. You have seen enough to know that the line between good and evil is not defined by race, color, or creed. So what say you? These feel very Hans, but I would make a poor adventurer were I to shy from adventure. Especially if there's combat involved. Indeed. Now that you understand the nature of this task, perhaps Alma could provide some insight as to where we might begin our search. Shortly before my father disappeared, he began work on his next play, the successor to the Zodiac Brave story. Which is, I think, the Zodiac Brave story is the FF Tactics thing. Okay. Now I'm putting the pieces together. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please follow me. Yeah, because the Zodiac Brave story is basically the myth in Tactics that talks about how... I forget exactly what it was, but it involves power and demons. Had to look up... Oh, sorry, I'm rereading stuff. But yeah. I can't believe I forgot that this was inspired by Tactics. I've never played 12, so I can't really compare it to that one. Through adventure and hardship, young Delita, a boy of common blood, becomes a hero, culminating in the birth of the mythical kingdom of Ivlis. But that's where the story ends. There's no records or anything that follows. Was Principal Genomus simply going to invent something? My father believed that he had discovered evidence of a second hero, one whose efforts went largely unnoticed, but without whom Delita would have never risen to the throne. His was the next tale he wanted to tell, the true Zodiac Brave story. A second hero. According to my father's studies, this young man was one of Delita's closest friends and confidants.
That is, until the untimely passing of Delita's sister forced the two to part ways. Yet the unnamed hero continued to provide aid to his friend by thwarting the machinations of those who would scheme against Delita, thus paving the way for the pauper to rise to regent. You must forgive me, but I've never heard anyone make such claims. How exactly did your father come by this information? That is a long story. One which begins and ends with Genomus becoming lost in the very legend he sought to lay bare. Even as far back as our academy days, Ivalice had Genomus firmly in its grasp. He flatly refused to believe the story was just a fairy tale. And so, when he was finally driven out of Garlemald, it was only natural that he should choose this of all places as his refuge. Was it not, Alma? That is correct, Mr. Garland. It has long been my father's belief that the ruins of ancient Ivalice lie beyond Nagshia, buried beneath the sands of Dalmasca Desert. Or Dalmasca. The kingdom prospered in relative isolation for countless generations until the Empire came calling. When not touring, my father would organize expeditions into the Dalmasca Desert to search for proof of Ivalice's existence. Sometimes he would bring back strange artifacts, ancient tomes, and crystals. Crystals unlike any others. My father called them auracite and claimed they were vital to proving his theories. This is one such crystal. By the 12, it's magnificent. The Lycian legend tells of crystals bequeathed by the gods unto those who would be kings. It is during his quest to gather auracite that young Delita rises to prominence. I must have heard the tale 1,000 times from my nursemaid, but that is all it ever was, a tale. My father would often tell us how the auracite spoke to him. At the time, we assumed he was speaking figuratively, that the stone's beauty roused his muse. But then he began to act strangely. How so? Following our arrival here in Hingashi, my father spent most of his time cloistered in his chambers, poring over his past research, and though he was alone, we could oft hear him in conversation. It was not uncommon for my father to recite the lines he wrote them, but it soon became clear that this was something else. It was as if he was talking to my mother who passed several winters gone. Might this not have been out of mere loneliness? Or perhaps the strain of your flight from Garlemald? Possibly, but that would not explain the voices which answered him. Ah! Alma, who are these people? I told you not to require any... I did not require any help finding father, especially from outsiders. So good of you to join us, Ramza. Oh boy. Allow me to introduce. Ramza is the main character of FF Tactics. Enough, Master Sid. We may be shunned by the Empire, but we are still Garleans, and we still have our pride. Unlike some, it seems, we require neither the aid nor the pity of the foreign rabble. Have you forgotten where you are, brother? It is we who are the foreign rabble. This land and its customs are all but unknown to us. We would be fools to conduct our search without a proven guide. Your sister's right, Ramza. For my good friend here, your mistrust is ill-placed. I will personally vouch for his character. In all the time I've known him, he has never once let anything as insignificant as race or creed color his judgment. You're lucky to have him. But we would have you, Master Garland. Why do you refuse us? You know why. Until this affair with Omega is resolved... Ooh, this is awkward. My hands are tied. It pains me to refuse you and your sister, but it pains me far more to leave Genomus to his fate. I'm sorry. You need not apologize. I let my emotions get the better of me. After what happened in Rabenster, it may be time to admit we are out of our depth. Ooh, awkward. I'm gonna choose to believe that Sid's just lying. My brother's last expedition met with tragedy in the ruins of the capital city. He barely escaped with his life. The Empire turned Robinster into a death trap. You were a fool to set foot there without proper escort. I realize that now, Master Garland, but the time I saw an opportunity to rescue our father, and I took it. Whatever led you to believe that your father was in Delmuska's capital? My father's fascination with Velician legend began to trip to the antediluvian city long before the war. Call it a premonition, but something tells me that that is where he has returned. Now, you must excuse me, I need some time to think. It's hilarious, right? I'm like, all right, that just kind of works out this way. Then, Alma, I shall leave you and your brother in Hans's capable hands. He has ever repaid my trust with interest. You would do well to grant him yours. Thank you, Master Garland. We will not forget this kindness. Or it's code for, I have a Nero problem. You know what? That also would be fair. It is still technically part of the Omega business. Oh, Ramza. Such a pissant until you get the shit kicked out of you. Master Garland seems to think highly of you, so I will withhold judgment until after Delmuska. Okay. Checking in at the end of Omega. How'd you like the end of the Omega raids? They were fun. They were pretty good. Definitely can't complain. How's it going, Chad? And thank you for the contribution. Tiring room. Oh. Hell are we? What is this place? I assume we're still on the ship, right? It's too bad that this doesn't count as a sanctuary. Oh, okay. Just back to Kugane. That makes sense. Right, okay, so we'll just take the shuttle here to get back. Cool, 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 cool. Right, then we're gonna have to wrap this bad boy up here, though. I don't want to push my luck, because this has already had pretty long dialogue sequences, so I think this is probably the best possible stopping place we can get for the afternoon. But thanks for hanging out, folks. Sorry it was a shorty, but I hope y'all had fun. It was good to wrap up Omega. Happy that that one's checked off the list. So now we're inching ever closer to wrapping up Stormblood altogether. Short stream. Yeah, I have a job interview in about 40 minutes. So I want to make sure I have time to tear down the studio, clean up a little bit, get some more coffee, maybe eat a quick lunch. Came in just in time. Heck yeah. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you all had a good time. Next, you're going to do Extreme, right? I don't think we've done a single Extreme yet. I mean, I'm down to do it eventually. Let's see who we can go throw the raid over to. Who's online? I don't normally raid at this hour. Oh, Jeff was streaming some Baldur's Gate. He's also ending his stream. How much you want to bet he's going to raid over here? Even though we have the ending soon thing. How funny would it be, though? Yeah, oh, there it is. I see the raid happening. Well, we'll be saying hi to folks in just a second here. I'll find someone else, though, to plan to throw the raid over to. There it is. Oh, I wonder who all these fine folks are. Boy, howdy. What's up, Jeff? Hope your stream hope Baldur's Gate was going well.
What happened to that guy?
Jeff still's got it in him. He's got the QA skills. Welcome on in, though, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful time with our dear sweet friend Jeff. Please go throw Garage Lore a follow if you haven't been over there. I cannot compliment them enough. I think Jeff and Tim both put on a wonderful show over there.
send you a raid while you were ending yours. Jeff, I opened your stream because I was like, oh, wait, Garage Lore is live. Let's go through the raid over there. And then I was like, oh, he's got an ending soon screen up right now. I was like, how much do you want to bet this son of a gun is going to raid me? There it was. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. But seriously, though, please go throw a follow over to Garage Lore. I think that Jeff is an absolute delight, and he's been streaming all sorts of goodies over there. I was trying to work on stuff for the stream last night, and Jeff was streaming, and I couldn't stop hanging out and just watching his stream and chatting. And so it's Jeff's fault that I was less productive last night. But yeah, for folks that haven't been here before, we do Chrono streams. We play entire franchises in chronological order. We've been working on Fallout and Dragon Age, but Fridays have been Final Fantasy Fridays. The community here has been adamant about making sure that I see every nook and cranny of FF14. So we've just decided and dedicated an entire day of the week to Final Fantasy until I get a job, which could happen soon if I'm lucky. Because I have a job interview, which is why I'm wrapping up stream a little bit earlier than normal. At a gunslinger moment, and I hit you with my raid first. I was like, there's no way I'll beat him to the punch. He's already got it typed in and everything. But yeah, I hope you all had a wonderful time with Jeff. Positive vibes? Hell yeah. Well, now I have to figure out who I'm going to raid. I'll throw you all over to someone else who I think is fun too, I think. Oh, okay, here we go. We're going to go throw you over to another dear sweet friend, My Hero Goob, who has been playing a bunch of V Rising lately, which I still think looks pretty cool. It's that like Diablo-like style game. I've never played V Rising. At least I think it's Diablo-like, unless I'm making stuff up. It has the right look. I think it's Diablo-like. I've never played Diablo, not really. Well, I played Diablo 3, I think. I think it was 3. I get them mixed up sometimes. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful time with My Hero Goob. He is a delight as well. We'll be back here tomorrow with Session 3 of the Dragon Age TTRPG. Sunday with Bloodborne, although that one's a maybe because I might actually have some daytime plans. But we'll play that one by ear. If things go well, we'll still get some Bloodborne time in. Monday, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Wednesday, more Baten Kaidos. And then Friday next week, more FF14. Heck yeah, that's the schedule. All right, folks, have a good time with Goob, and we'll catch you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.